Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to Chronicle, where I talk about my daily life, weekly goals, and the overarching plot of my life. Um, Disaster struck again this morning, as I woke up to the cats, meowing and Ink walking around. That is a bummer, because I had my earplugs in. So it kind of sucks that they didn't work, because I still woke up to the cats and to Ink. I don't know if she was stomping around extra heavy or what, but it was fairly easy to fall back asleep, because I had the earplugs. So even if they don't stop me from waking up, they help me fall back asleep easier, which is still good. I don't know. I've only tested them. That's like test number like 2 or 3. So I'll keep wearing them. I won't give up just yet. Keep my hopes up and my fingers crossed. Um, that they will work and I'll get a good night's sleep every night. But yeah, so I woke up at 6 to the cats, and then I woke up at 9:20 for my shift that starts at 8 a.m. And I woke up to my dad actually walking into my room with his iPhone flashlight on. And you might be thinking, Asher, don't you live in an apartment, not with your dad? Doesn't that mean that your dad walked through the front door and into your room of your apartment that you live in? Yes. Now, what you have to understand is my dad's POV of me and where I'm at. Last night, I went to the bar with Bicycle, the bar, for the first time ever, and I ordered a drink. Now, if you guys saw last episode, you know that I actually said what time it was in that video. So there's literally video proof of me getting home at a reasonable hour. But of course, my dad didn't see that. All he saw was my Instagram story where I said I'm at the bar for the first time ever, and then his very responsible son didn't call him at 7:30 a.m. when he was supposed to. Not only that, that his very responsible son didn't come into work at 8 a.m. when he was supposed to. So at 9 a.m. he was like, he sent me a text saying, "I'm concerned. I'm coming over to your house." Essentially, let me double check to see what he said. Um, Let's see. Hi, I don't see your call at work, but also I didn't hear from you. Okay, and now I'm thinking about your Instagram post and I'm worried. And that's when he showed up in my room, the room of my apartment. So I just thought that was kind of funny that he actually came all the way here and walked all the way into my room just to find me sound asleep in bed. Now the thing is I didn't, I don't know what happened with my alarm. You can see right here, that is my physical alarm clock that I thought that I set last night. And let me tell you, my alarm clock is like the last thing that I do before bed. What I do is I turn the alarm on and then I put the clock face down because the light coming from the screen is enough to like annoy me. It's like I can actually see that while I'm trying to sleep. So I turn the alarm on and then I put it face down. What is I just I like I said, I swear I turned it on. Apparently not, but also I know that when I take melatonin, that puts me in a deeper sleep because was it last Monday? I woke up and I didn't have the earplugs, but I woke up and my alarm was going as fast as it possibly could. What it does is it starts beeping, and then if you don't turn it off, it starts beeping faster and faster. And I'm wondering if I literally slept through the entire thing. Because like I said, my alarm is set for 7:30. I woke up at 9:20. So it's very possible that my alarm went off, I slept through the entire thing, and then it turned off after it, was done. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if it would have like because like I said, I don't know because I was asleep. So it's like maybe it went through its entire cycle and then just stopped. Is that how it works? I don't know. I've never tested that before. I just know that it beeps really fast. So maybe I'll have to turn it on the extra loud setting, or maybe I just need to turn it on at all. Because like I said, I swear I set my alarm, but also I woke up at 9:20, so it's like I don't know if I did or not. That's just really upsetting and frustrating. But yeah, so I made it to work like almost 2 hours late, which sucked. Work itself was fine. I was banished to the cold brew room for like pretty much most of the day. It wasn't too bad. It was just annoying. I didn't get water breaks. I didn't stop for water or bathroom breaks. Because if you want to keep up with all of the cans that are coming through the machine, you've got to lock in, like fairly moderately hard. Which is just it's not that I don't. It's like I mean it was cool because it's like I was busy for the whole day, which is not usually what I do. Because usually I do my main job, my mango, and then I do like bags or something. And honestly, I wouldn't have minded doing that. But it was kind of annoying that I had to do cold brew all day. Apparently, the usual cold brew guy is on short-term disability because he got a new hip, which is weird because that guy is pretty young as far as I'm aware. Um, but yeah, I know. I remember before he left, uh, it was on the board that he was going to be off for surgery. Presumably the surgery was a total hip replacement. I don't know. Like I said, the guy seemed pretty young, so I'm kind of like, I don't actually know the details, but apparently, yeah, he is on short-term disability because he's recovering from that. So that's why I had to do cold brew today. Anyway, so yeah, work itself was fine, and then after that, I had a Queen Amon and a blueberry crumble bar and some Gatorade because I was really thirsty. I'm pretty sure I'm still probably dehydrated. I've drank a lot of water since coming home, but yeah, at least 32 ounces, and a little hydration stick. But anyway, yeah, so after work, I had a couple pastries and Gatorade, and then I went to $6 Burger Monday with mom and younger sister and mom's boyfriend. No idea what to call him. Um, but yeah, so that was good. My mom had been talking for a while about the $6 burgers. I was like, okay, was it she was doing with my younger sister? I was like, oh well, I might as well join the $6 burgers because my mom keeps talking about wanting to go get $6 burgers. So we got $6 burgers at Red Door. It was honestly amazing. I mean, I love that place. But yeah, the burger, like literally, I just got a burger and fries, and they were amazing. I didn't eat all of it because I was kind of full from the pastries. But I ate the rest of that actually once I got home. And then once I got home, or no, I didn't even go home after that. I went from the Red Door to the Aldi across the street. Not the one near my house, the one next to the Red Door. They had all of the stuff that I needed, which is only a little bit surprising because I was like, well, yeah, it's the same store, same brand, but maybe they don't carry it, but they carried everything I need, so I got groceries. Um, Oh, I got groceries and then I came home, showered, or no, got groceries, went to Walmart before getting home to get some Goo Gone, whoops, to get Goo Gone, and it's on my desk here, and Flex Tape, because as you guys heard from last week, the duct tape is not working. It is simply not strong enough. One thing also that I noticed is that not only was the duct tape coming off, I think one of the reasons it was coming off is because my window is actually sliding back down. You know how I forced it up with my older sister's boyfriend? Well, yeah, so I taped it up, and then I think one of the reasons the tape was coming off because the window itself was actually sliding back down slowly. And I confirmed that by forcing it back up myself. And then I put some flex tape on. I tried because, like, there's so much motherfucking residue of, like, from the duct tape, right? It's like, ugly. It's disgusting. It's gross. It looks terrible. And I was like, okay, Goo Gone will probably work with that. I tried Goo Gone. But I didn't want to spray the or because it's in this little bottle, which is not great for like I didn't want to just pour it on the car, because like that's probably going to be really messy. So I took a cotton pad and I just kind of doused the cotton pad thoroughly and then wiped that all over the residue. The It didn't work very well. It only worked a little bit, so it still looks really bad. But then I put the flex tape over it. High hopes for the flex tape because that stuff was really sticky. I was like, I kind of like, it was fairly hard to like, because like I had to hold the window up because it kept sliding down and then apply the flex tape, right? But that was really difficult to do with only two hands, right? Because like one has to hold it up and then one has to do this, but it's like this stuff is really sticky. So if you accidentally stick it on something, then you're gonna go like, and then you're gonna go whoop. So yeah, that was really annoying, but it is on there. And like I said, it was really sticky. I tried like repositioning it, and it was super hard to reposition just because like the moment it was on there, it would hold on really tight, which is good. So high hopes for the flex tape. Hopefully that works, because it's going to be a week before I get my car in. So like I said, the disaster that struck this morning where I didn't wake up. One of the things I was supposed to do was call the car place at 7:30 after they opened so that I could get my car dropped off so that they could then have it take a look at it or whatever. This is especially important because I'm going out of town this weekend with coworkers. We're going to the OMAHA Zoo. I don't know if I talked about that yet. I think I did a little bit last episode. Yeah, so I didn't call the car place until lunch, and they're like, yeah, we probably can't look at it until Thursday. That's going to be a no-go. I've got lessons on Thursday after work, so I need to ride from there, and then from there back home, and then also, to work the next day, and then from work to my coworker's house so I can carpool with him up out of the frickin' state to the Omaha Zoo. So that just would not work. I was like, okay, how about next Monday, 8 a.m.? He's like, yeah, cool. Also, what I missed while I was asleep was the call from KU from my tech appointment. So I called them back. I'm like, hey, I'm going to make a tech appointment. She was like, oh, it looks like you already had one last year. Are you sure you want to do one? And I was like, probably, yeah, because I don't know what classes I need to enroll in or even how to even look at my degree. She's like, okay, what time works? And I was like, okay, preferably end of the day or start of the day because I work Monday through Friday 9 to 5. So that would just be a nice time. She's like, okay, how about tomorrow, 5 p.m.? I'm like, okay, perfect. So we got that scheduled. So we got everything scheduled. It's just that it's annoying. And for the shoes, it's like I guess I could technically do them like any time this week, but like I might wait till Sunday just because it'll feel like I have more time. Because like it feels like I don't have any time in my Monday through Friday already. Um, I'm gonna be out of town Monday, or sorry, not Monday, Friday and Saturday, and then I'm gonna come back Sunday. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just wait till Sunday when it feels like I have more time. And now I'm here. It's only 10:43. I still got some time. I was supposed to practice both my instruments, didn't get around to that, because I was showering and working on the whole car thing. I also doom scrolled for 40 minutes. Sorry, lost time there. But like the thing about doom scrolling is like I never ever do it on purpose. It just kind of happens, which is really really annoying. And I hate that. Like I said, I never. Yeah, I mean that's the best way to put it. Is that the doom scrolling is never on purpose. It kind of just happens. I need to be better about catching it before it happens. But yeah, I'm just kind of like upset because there's just a lot of things that are inconvenient. But I mean that's life sometimes. Like yeah, I really like the phrase "disaster struck" this morning. Um, so yeah, that was Monday. I wanted to start off the week right by like taking melatonin and going to sleep on time. I mean, on the bright side, I felt great when I woke up because I slept for 9 hours. It's just that I missed 2 hours of work. It's okay. I got a PTO to make that up. Um, yeah, and then my car was annoying, and now I have to wait a whole nother week to get that fixed. But at least I made the appointment. I guess I could try and do the exterior kind of thing, but I don't know. In my head, it was fix the function and then fix how it looks, right? And now the function is delayed for a week, and I'm like, well, should I even bother going to the way it looks? I guess I could, but again, it's like I just simply don't know how long it's gonna be gone for, and that really bothers me. I guess I could call ahead and say, because I would assume with the exterior search, they're just gonna look at it and then be like, hey, these are the parts you need. You want us to order them? Then here's your car back. But I don't know if that's how it works. There's so many things in adult life where I'm like, oh, it works like this, right? And then I go do it and they're like, that's not how it works. I'm like, well, that's not helpful. Also, what I'm realizing is my tags expire this month in 4 days. Um, and I don't have an appointment to get that renewed. That sucks. Um, man, I guess I gotta make that appointment too, huh? I would have been more on top of it, but I was waiting for the physical piece of mail that they usually send you, and they say, "Hey, your car is gonna expire. Your car's tags are gonna expire." And it's like, "Oh, perfect. I'll make the appointment now." Never got that piece of mail. Yeah. Um, yeah. I believe that's everything for today. I don't know what I'll do with my last 15 minutes. Probably just be sad. I wanted to like clean my earmuffs too for my headphones. Oh, I really hope that flex tape holds up, dude. I do not want to keep messing with that. It's so annoying. Having to put the duct tape on there, and then I found out I was like, oh, the window's falling back down. But like I said, the flex tape was super sticky, so that's good. Um, yeah, pretty sure that's everything. What a day. Anyway, sorry, I don't know, my jaw felt weird, that's why I did that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, I think it is. Pretty normal day, I'd say. I woke up to my alarm, which was good. I didn't wake up overnight, quite good. The cats also didn't go off this morning like they usually do. So I can't, I can't say with certainty whether the sorry, it says my microphone is peaking right now, which which means I'm really loud. I don't know. I haven't checked the audio levels, but I haven't messed with the settings as well. One time I did actually just totally turn the mic all the way down. So like it's getting in the red. Like, is this unbearably loud right now? I don't know. Anyway, I'll check it after I record this. Anyway, I woke up and then I just got ready for work as usual. Work itself was fine. It was just super hot today, dude. I thought that we were past the hottest part of the summer. But we've had non-stop heat warnings for like the last week. It's crazy, dude. So yeah, work was fine. It was just so hot all day. Other than that, it was a normal day. I came home. I came home a little bit early, for my Zoom meeting, my tech appointment for KU. And I've got the follow-up appointment Thursday to get me enrolled in classes. I remember during the meeting, the guy was like, Kept talking about how your first class starts in 3 weeks, and you're gonna start in 3 weeks, and blah 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 in 3 weeks. I'm like, ugh. It's just hard to believe that I could actually be starting classes in 3 weeks. He was like, your first day of classes is the 24th. That's a Monday. I don't know if he said the exact 23rd or 24th, somewhere around there. But he said it was a Monday. He's like, okay, looks like you've got your FAFSA locked in. Okay, good. And you've got your transcripts. Oh, yep, you've got your transcripts. All right, you're set up for success, man. So that guy was kind of cool. But yeah, so I came home a little early and I had that appointment. From there, it was just typical day stuff. Took a shower, ate food, made chicken Caesar salad. I added more salad essentially. I added more lettuce than last time, and I added the ranch and the usual stuff. It was lettuce, the chicken, um, specifically with the prepackaged and cooked chicken that I got from Aldi a couple weeks ago. It's actually still good. So it was chicken, lettuce, ranch, and Parmesan cheese. And I also had some croutons. I decided to leave out the croutons actually in the main bag itself because I was like, if I store this for later, the croutons are going to get soggy. But if you leave out the croutons, then they can't get soggy, right? Now I actually ran out of croutons. I ate them all, so I might have to have the rest of that without the croutons, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, so I took a shower, ate food, played some games. I've been working on Slay the Spire 2 a little bit because when I hung out with Bicycle, he was like, what ascension are you on? I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't play the game without you. And every time I see him online, the party is full. So that's really unfortunate because I got the game specifically to play with him because he's kind of picky about the games he plays. And he won't just play any game, unfortunately. But yeah, so I saw him, he got Slay the Spire 2, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that. So I got that. Played a solo run today. It went fairly well until I accidentally killed myself in game, of course. Um, but yeah, so that was really unlucky. Also a little bit funny. And then I think that's about everything for today. I'm gonna stay up half an hour later on purpose. I think I'm just gonna practice brush up on my instruments before going to bed because I saw this video. So this is based off of like literally just a few YouTube videos and Google searches. Um, but your body's sleep cycles are half an hour each, and then well, it's like there's a greater sleep cycle of like an hour and a half, but within that like hour and a half, there's three sort of sleep cycles. You go from light sleep to deep sleep to REM sleep, which is where you're dreaming, and that's the deepest kind of sleep, I think. Like I said, well, like I'm about to say, I'm not a scientist. I don't know any of this for sure. Like I said, it's based off of a couple YouTube videos that came across my feed and a couple quick Google searches. Um, so like, don't take it as law, but that's just what I know. Is it true? I don't know. But I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. And what this means, and I thought this was weird actually when I first saw it because I was like, wait a minute, they're in 1.5 hour cycles, right? And yet you're supposed to get 8 hours. But that means that you would actually, if you went to sleep for exactly 8 hours, you would wake up like right about when you're right when you're about to go into deep sleep. I'm like, why would that be recommended then? Then 7.5 hours would actually be the optimal amount of time to sleep for, or maybe even 6 hours. That's why sometimes getting 6 hours feels better than getting, 7 hours. Because even though you're sleeping less, you're waking up right at the end of your sleep cycle, which is good. So I'm gonna stay up till 11:30, be asleep by 12, hopefully, wake up at 7:30, right at the end of a sleep cycle, and then hopefully feel better in the morning. Anyway, that's everything for today. Everything I can think of at least. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, so I looked at the audio levels yesterday. They seem to be fine. I don't think I'm incredibly loud. Anyway, it's currently 11:34. Well, usually that would be past my bedtime. However, I'm going in late tomorrow. I think I talked about this a couple days ago. I scheduled I had the tech appointment for KU, and then during that appointment, I scheduled the part two appointment. I don't know what it's actually called, but I think this is the one where I actually enroll for classes, maybe, possibly, and also determine which campus I would actually be going to, if at all. Um, I know the KU Edwards campus is in Olathe. That would be much better, much closer, much cooler to go to. I've heard that there's free parking there, as opposed to the disaster of parking. The parking was terrible. I mean, it was awful at the main campus in Lawrence. At least the places that I saw, it just looked like it was like street parking, and it was all taken. and then the parking garages were all full, and there was literally no free parking on campus. They said that in the email. There's no free parking on campus. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, so I might be going to the Edwards campus. Do not get your hopes up. In my head, I was going to the main campus in Lawrence, but I guess we're gonna find out tomorrow morning during that meeting. But yeah, anyway, so I'm up a little bit later than usual just because I have to wake up later than usual because that appointment's at 9 from 9 to 10. Usually I go into work at 8. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just come in late. Use any PTO to make up the difference. So, and that'll be all good. I've also got to get my tags registered. What I saw last year with that was that there's a kiosk. There's a self-service kiosk at the place, and you can renew your tags there. I looked online and it said you just need your zip code and your license plate number, or the registration that you got in the mail. I didn't get mine in the mail. I think it's because my address was updated to my last apartment, meaning my last apartment got that, which is kind of a bummer. But that's fine. I can just go in like first thing Friday, go into work a little bit late, get those tags renewed, bada bing, bada boom. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, today's events, pretty normal day. Woke up, went to work. I did not test the earbuds again, or sorry, I did not test the earplugs thoroughly again. And what I mean by that is that the cats didn't go off because Ink had today off scheduled. So that means she didn't wake up at 6, which means the cats didn't go off until one of us woke up later. So what I say is, yeah, that's why I wasn't tested because they didn't go off at 6 when they usually do. Yeah, so I guess we'll try again tonight. Try and get a valid conclusion on that. We only have one solid piece of evidence, and it was that they don't actually keep me asleep, but they do make it easier to fall back asleep, which is still good. Anyway, yeah, so I woke up, went to work. Work was good. Lunch was good. I ate a lot for lunch. I ate my sandwich, which is sometimes too hard to eat because it's so much. I had my protein bar, and I had a protein shake. I bought those prepackaged, protein shakes or yeah, protein drinks, from from Aldi. You know, the ones that usually taste like super fake and super synthetic. I actually kind of like how they taste because they taste weird, and I like weird flavors, most of the time. But yeah, so usually they would hurt my stomach, and I mean it would be quick. It would just be like I take a sip, pain, can't drink that. But that was before I got my diagnosis and before I started taking my meds, which is just Prilosec. I feel like saying take my meds sounds so serious, but it's really not that serious. I mean, the condition itself has mild in the name. And I was also diagnosed with the most mild version of acid reflux, which is sometimes a big problem for people. But yeah, mine's mild. Grade A. The worst is grade D. Anyway, yeah, so lunch was good, work was good. I just did bags after the main job. It was not super duper hot today, thank goodness. It got fairly hot in the afternoon, but then it cooled down a little bit. So I didn't feel like I was totally dying all day. That was nice. And then I came home. I finished my chicken Caesar salad. I had that after I got back from work, and then I had some of it a couple hours ago as well. So that's all gone and good. Um, then took a shower. I brushed up on my instruments just before recording. I actually did guitar catch up, so we're this much closer to getting there, but then we're only like this much farther from the actual goal. So that'll finally be done after a billion weeks. Um, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty normal day. Honestly, I probably should have recorded. I was thinking about the day. I was like, oh man, I haven't recorded this week. Because it was like, I think Monday and Tuesday were so hectic. I think yesterday, I didn't even turn on my computer until I did this. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to have any fun at all. Which I mean, there's days like that. It's fine. Um, but yeah, so today was a normal day. Came back from work, showered, ate food, took care of myself. I washed my headphone earmuffs finally. Only like a week and 2 days late on that. Um, what else? I also washed my shower cap. It's a sort of cheap reusable one, but I specifically wanted a cheap reusable one because the expensive one I had started to smell kind of like mildew, kind of like mold. And I was like, uh-oh, and I wasn't really sure how to wash it. I tried washing it, it still ended up smelling like mildew. I was like, okay, let me get a cheap one. That way it's super easy to clean. So I got a cheap one. It smells now. I cleaned it. It's drying. I just let it air dry. So if it still smells like mildew, it's cheap and I'll just throw it away. And matter of fact, it came in a 2-pack. So that's cool. But yeah, so I just washed. I literally just took it to the kitchen sink and then rubbed it with like I scrubbed it with like dish soap and hot water. So I would think that would make it smell good again, or at least not smell bad, if anything. Anyway, I believe that's everything. I also played some Slay the Spire 2. I think I talked about I bought that to play with Bicycle, but every time I see him online, the party's full, so I started playing on my own. Because when we hung out in person, he was like, "Oh, what ascension are you at?" I'm like, "I don't know what that means in game, but I have to get there." And I think I see them playing on like Ascension 9 and 10. I don't know if that's a lot. I don't know again what that is or means or does, but I will find out. It'd probably take a decent time investment, but it's whatever. Anyway, I also played one very fulfilling mission of Helldivers, actually. I want to talk about that because it was so much fun. Sometimes that game is stressful. I've talked about sometimes it's stressful because I play on the hardest difficulty, and sometimes I force myself to use builds and weapons that I don't usually use because there's an XP system and I want to level up everything to the max level. But that's not fun because then that means different weapons mean I have to use a whole different build means I have to figure out everything, to make everything work. But I played one mission. It was very good. I played on the bug. I fought the bugs, and I brought my kill everything very easy and have fun build, and it was good. I got the most kills. Then that in that match, I got the least deaths with 0, meaning I didn't die a single time, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. Yeah, 698 kills, which is pretty impressive, especially considering my build, actually. It wasn't even supposed to be a super high kill count build, and both of my, no, matter of fact, all 3 of my teammates brought the orbital napalm barrage, which usually racks up a bunch of kills, and somehow I had the most kills on the team with just a regular ballistic build. The main thing is just bring a whole lot of bullets, and then bring a whole lot of ammo for when you run out of bullets. That's kind of the main thing. Bring enough bullets for everyone and everything. Anyway, I think that's where I'll stop today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Thursday. Hello, and welcome to Thursday, Friday's Eve. I am so excited for the trip tomorrow. I am packing my bag right now. I've brought 2 whole outfits, even though it's like we're going to be there for like a day. It's like we're leaving Friday, there all day Saturday, coming back Sunday. So it's like really I only need like 1 fit, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, I'm about to pack my bracelets. Let's see here. I'll take this one, and this one. Okay. Actually, wait. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that I might need to do laundry. That way I have my freshest fits. Also, I feel like I need to talk quiet because, like I said, I keep seeing the mic saying that it's getting really loud. I don't think it's that loud, but it says that it's getting loud, which is kind of confusing me. I don't know what happened or what's up with that. Anyway, yeah, so I got 2 whole outfits, and some extra, Yeah, I got extra underwear, extra socks. I got deodorant, chapstick, hair ties. I got a charger. I got, well, essentially 2 chargers, 2 charger blocks, and then 1 USB-C cord, 1 USB, it's called micro USB, and then 1 lightning, just in case someone's poor and they forgot their charger. I got all the stuff I need for a shower, because I got a shower while I'm there, because I'm going to go there straight after work, not to the zoo, but to the Airbnb. Um, So I got everything I need for a shower. Got to bring my toothbrush and toothpaste and retainers and retainer case. Can't pack all of that just yet. I could pack my toothbrush and toothpaste. Well, I guess even then, not really, because I brush my teeth in the morning before I leave. So yeah, it's a little annoying. Some things I gotta wait to pack them like that. It's like same with my deodorant and chapstick. I'm gonna use those in the morning too, so I can't pack them now. Now the thing is, I put them in my bag. That way, I take them out my bag, use them, put them back in my bag, right? I gotta bring my shoes as well, my Converse, because I'm going in my work shoes to work, obviously. But I don't want to wear my work shoes at the zoo all day. So I did bring my Converse. Those are packed. Same with the Switch, because we're gonna be doing some gaming there. Party games, was it? Let me see. Yeah, that's good. I also got to go to the DMV tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well. They do have a self-service kiosk where I can renew my tags, which is what I'm going there for. So I don't think I'll need an appointment, which is nice. That should also be super convenient. I've never done that before. I think I saw last year. I was like, they have kiosks where I could do that? That's crazy. So yeah, that should hopefully be a nice, quick, and easy process tomorrow morning before work. Yeah, what else? So I brought plenty of sunscreen. I'll have 3 cans of sunscreen, at least 2, at most 3, because 2 of them are mostly empty and one of them is mostly full. So just in case we run out of these 2, we got this one. What else? What else? Yeah, I gotta pack my shoes. Those are packed. I think that's about everything. I thought about bringing. Remember way back, I bought that variety pack of neutral, vodka hard seltzer. I'm thinking about bringing that, but I was like, I don't know if we're gonna need that or necessarily want that. I could text them. The thing is that if I bring that, I'm gonna need to bring a whole extra bag to hold that. And I don't know how much cargo space we have. I would think we have plenty, because like one of our coworkers was saying it's like a weekend trip, so you really only need like one bag. Maybe like I'm bringing one big bag, because I got extra stuff like shoes and the Switch, which if I didn't need to bring, I could bring like a backpack or smaller. I'm packing my duffel bag right now. Um, yeah, I think that's everything that I got in there. Sunscreen, bracelets, perfect, socks. Uh huh. All right, yeah. I don't know if I want to text them or not about that. I don't even know if anyone will respond in time. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Today's events, I woke up. I did not wake up to the cats, surprisingly, because Ink did leave, I think, earlier than I did, but I don't know because I was asleep. One of the things I was thinking of was maybe I kept waking up during the cats, because remember I was talking about sleep cycles earlier in the week? Well, if you sleep for 6 hours, that's exactly four sleep cycles, each one an hour and a half. So maybe the reason I kept waking up at 6 was because I was pretty much in my lightest sleep cycle. Like I said, I am not a scientist. I do not know how it works. That's just a theory, a sleep theory. But yeah, I didn't sleep with my earplugs because I really wanted to listen to an ASMR video. Because like sometimes I can literally just feel when they're gonna work, and my brain was like, yeah, you should put one on. It's gonna work, and it worked. I was like, put it on, and you know what I'm saying? Lights out, quick and easy. Anyway, yeah, so I woke up, felt decent, felt good. Went to work, work was good. Nothing unusual there. I was gonna help out in cold brew, and then the machine didn't work, so I went back to my regular stuff. Did a little bit of labeling to finish out the day, and then I had some snacks before I left work, so then I came home, hopped right on the game, did a little bit of gaming, played Slay the Spire 2, played Helldivers. I thought about recording, but I haven't like I usually do five in a week technically, like five in like a Monday through Friday kind of work week. But because this week's been a little bit hectic, slightly mildly, so I haven't been recording quite as much. Um, and I probably won't do much over the weekend because I'm probably going to be gone for most of them. I'm going to be gone for all day Saturday, all Friday evening, and then I'll come back Sunday morning. At what time exactly? I don't know. I would guess afternoon. If we actually do get out of the Airbnb at 11, like checkout says, then we'd probably get home at like 11 and then 12, 1, 2. Might go home at like 2 or 3 p.m. Yeah, so I don't know how my usual weekend plans are going to work because I definitely need to do laundry. That's kind of a must at this point. Um, and I do want to return the shoes. I think I'll do the shoes on Sunday just because I'll feel like I have a little more time. Yeah, I can work that into a plan. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of a plan for Sunday right now in my head. It's going good. Um, I just realized I was talking kind of quietly, so I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm looking at the audio levels and they're still loud. So I don't know. Oh yeah, there's the pair of socks I'm gonna wear tomorrow. Boop, boop. Hold on. Wow, this is terrible. There they are. Uh-huh. No, I'm not that needed to actually circle them. Anyway, today, yes, came home, had snacks before work, so I didn't eat immediately. Did some gaming, took a shower, dogs and Mac, had that for dinner. QTS 2 for 2 piece tea. And I love peace tea, and I had to stop by QT for gas today. So I got the 2 for 2 piece tea. Speaking of gas, do you remember when I talked about how I got a new credit card specifically for gas because I got 5% back on cash back on gas? So when I did the math at the time, I was like, do I really need this whole new credit card for gas? Like, is it really worth it? Because I already have QT Pay, which gives you a discount. When they launched it, it was a much steeper discount. It was like something like 40 or 50 cents. I think it was all the way up to 40 cents off a gallon for like every time you used it. And then they did that to like get people in, right? And then the promotion ended, and now it's back down to 10 cents a gallon. Now, 10 cents a gallon, or 10 cents off a gallon, I should say, is like nothing. Like I have like I'm pretty sure a 20-gallon tank, or it's probably it's close to 20. I know usually I fill up and I fill up 16 gallons, which makes me think it holds 18 gallons. Um, but then again, I've driven around on empty for a while sometimes, and I can't remember if when I did that it actually did get up to 20. But yeah, it would make sense for it to be either 18 or 20 gallons total. Like I said, usually when I fill up at 16, which makes me think it's 18. But the couple times I have driven on empty, I don't know if I quite got up to 20. But yeah, anyway, my car is a huge gas tank. So it cost 65 bucks, or sorry, technically, it was funny, I looked at the pump, $64.99 when I filled up at the gas tank today. And that's 16 point, I think it was 16.6 gallons was what it totaled out to. Now 16 gallons minus 10 cents per gallon, I save a buck 60 with QT Pay, which is not a lot. A dollar 60. I don't think you can do anything with a dollar 60 in this economy. Maybe in the past when I was a kid for sure, but like a buck 60 isn't going to get you very far. But 5% of 65, right? Because the QT Pay is 10 cents off every gallon. That's it. That's all you get. But with my USAA credit card, it's 5% off on gas. Well, I spent $65 on gas, and I put it through my calculator, and it's like I think it was $3.25. So that's pretty much more than double that I'm saving with the credit card as opposed to the QT Pay. So that's pretty cool because in my head, like I said in the past, I was like, is this really worth it? But no, it's literally twice as much. Now, in this case, twice as much is still only about $3.50, which is less than $4. But I don't know, it adds up over time, I think. Anyway, I think that's everything today that I did. I got a bill from LabCorp. I was a little worried. It was only $7 after insurance, so that's pretty cool. I still do have to go in for more labs, unfortunately, because my doctor ordered more. I've got those scheduled for next Tuesday. And then I've got the car tags I got to renew tomorrow, and then Monday, gonna take my car in. Oh my God. Okay, I probably can't make that appointment on Tuesday if my car is gone. So I'll probably have to reschedule that now that I'm thinking about it, unless they can somehow fix my car all in one day. That'd be pretty cool. I'll have to probably reschedule that appointment, but it's fine. LabCorp is like it's not that it's not professional, but it's like I said before, the customer service there is like kind of bad. Um, and then also it's like it's an online appointment, and also the wait time, even if you schedule, your wait time is still going to be like 20 or 30 minutes just sitting in the wait room because I guess they get behind or backed up. I don't know how it works. But yeah, so probably it'd be no big deal to reschedule that. It's also online, like I said. All right, I am way over. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I probably won't see you tomorrow, Friday, because I will be in Omaha. I thought about that. I might make a little recording on my phone. That could be cool. That could be fun. I don't know. Okay, so maybe see you tomorrow, Friday. Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday. There is no Friday and there is no Saturday either. I thought about it, but both nights when I was going to bed, I was not in a space, in a headspace, I should say. I was in a just a fine physical space, but not in a very good mental state to record little videos on my phone for the Chronicle. But that's fine. So let's start with, oh my gosh, I guess I gotta go over 3 days. Oh my gosh. I'm also trying to get this done on time. I've got an hour, um, 15 minutes? No, 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 no. An hour? Yeah, I have like a whole hour and 5 minutes left in my day. I still need to practice guitar, do my laundry. Bed's a little bit of a mess, that's fine. I've got a birthday present for parkour right here. I got some new headphones so I can practice piano and electric guitar silently, which is really nice. Those are my work headphones, and then my laundry's down here. Um, anyway, so let's start with Friday. Let me think. How did the Friday unfold? I believe it was a regular day, just work, and I stayed until, I want to say like 4:30. Um, yeah, I think close to 5, but not quite 5. Because obviously we were leaving that day, so everyone kind of wanted to get out early. And I was supposed to be going with the late car, but ended up leaving at like 4:30, and then I got back and I hung out home for a little bit. My plan was to go straight from work to my coworkers, to then carpool to the Airbnb. But was it the guy I was carpooling with, his fiance? She was taking a while to get ready, so I just hung out at home until I got the word to head over. And then we went straight from so then I carpooled, or not, I drove to my coworkers to carpool, and I waited for a little bit while we waited for something. What were we waiting for? Okay, yeah, we were waiting for him to get back actually. Because when I got to his place, his fiance was there, but apparently he had gone out to grab something. And then we had one more coworker who was not here yet, so we waited for them for just a few minutes, and then they got there, and then we went to the Airbnb. It was all good. I think it was we just did a straight through. I cannot talk. Good lord, a straight shot through. I think it was like a man. Was it two? I think it was a close to a 3 hour drive. I don't know if it was quite 3 hours. Um, yeah, but that was cool. Nothing really of note there, other than we did smoke a blunt, I think is what it's called. It's the kind where it's weed wrapped in, what is it? Tobacco leaf. So they were passing that around, and I took a few hits. I got super duper high. Not like dangerously high, and what I mean by dangerously high is where it's like I'm fighting to stay conscious. Otherwise, I'll like space out and then teleport, or start just like time skipping, you know what I'm saying? But I got really high, and it was pretty cool. And now I've talked about. Actually, I'll leave that part out because it'll take forever to explain. Anyway, yeah, so I got high, and then we got there, and I don't think we did much after getting there because we got there at like 9:30 p.m. I think. I'm trying to remember what we actually did that evening, Friday. I know we didn't play Switch because I didn't set that up until the next day. We must have gotten food, I think. Yeah, where did we get food? Mm, Canes, that's right. There was a Canes that was open till like 4 a.m. So after getting to the Airbnb, we decided on food. Most of us went to Canes, a couple of us went to Panda Express, had the food, came back, it was great. I think. Oh, yeah, they wanted to play Among Us in the basement. And Among Us is a cool game and everything, but I'm not really a big fan of Lie to Your Friends Simulator, which is what I call Among Us in my head. It's just like I never really liked that style of game, the social deception game. It's just not really my thing, not really what I find fun and enjoyable. But I ended up playing 2 rounds with them, and then I got in the shower. And then when I was out, everyone was already going to bed. So we're like, okay, game plan, wake up at 7, go eat at 8, get to the zoo at 9. So we make our game plan, and then we go to sleep. And I was still super high because I got a really low tolerance. Yeah. No, I do want to talk about that one part. I don't feel entirely sober, but like it's been literally 2 whole days since I smoked, so it's like there's no way I'm high for sure, because I'm pretty sure it's impossible. I don't know if I've talked about on the Chronicle that time where the original claim was that I took an edible and then was high for a month. It's not necessarily that I was high, but I certainly didn't feel sober. So I'm not exactly sure what to describe that feeling as. That's how I feel right now. Um, but yeah, because it's like I don't think it is possible to literally be constantly high for an entire month off of one edible, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. But I've got that same feeling I smoked 2 days ago, and I still don't feel entirely sober. But it's like that's the best way I can describe it. Just not sober, but not like high either. Because like I said, there's that can't be possible. Just like logically, realistically. Anyway, so we did wake up at 7. We did not leave when we were supposed to. I remember I got up, I was hyped, I got ready, I go downstairs, everyone's getting ready. I'm like, guys, who's ready? When are we leaving? And then one of the coworkers was like, oh yeah, we're like kind of late all the time, so we just woke up really early because we knew we were gonna leave late. I was like, okay. So we didn't leave on time. I was already on time, but we didn't leave on time. We were thinking about getting food. So we had 2 cars the whole time, pretty much. The car I was in did get food. We stopped by McDonald's. I got 2 bacon and cheese McGriddles and then a coffee. The other car didn't, and they definitely regretted that later. I'm not sure why. A lot of them like just will go very long periods of time without eating regularly, like on the daily. Like I joked about the snake meal or the snake diet, which is you eat literally all of your calories for the day in one meal. So you eat one massive meal once a day. Um, and then one of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, I do that." I don't think that's healthy. I'm pretty sure it just doesn't. One, it doesn't sound healthy, but also my older sister's boyfriend does that. And yeah, I don't know if that's healthy, or at least he talks about doing it. I don't know if he actually does do it, but he talks about it. Anyway, yeah, so we did get food Saturday morning. Before, or at least the car I was in did, Saturday morning before the zoo. I got that food. I wasn't to pay a whole lot of attention. Apparently, they have a steak McGriddle now, which sounds crazy at McDonald's. Anyway, yeah, so we got food, went to the zoo, food was good. I remembered my Prilosec, so my stomach problem was not bothering me the whole time. But yeah, then we went to the zoo, and the zoo was, I'm pretty standard zoo experience. Nothing crazy really happened. Surprisingly, we did make it to most of the exhibits. We did not take our time at most of the exhibits because we had to get through the entire zoo in one day. Um, but we did make it through. Yeah, most of it. There was only a few exhibits that we actually just straight up didn't go to. Then there was a lot that we did go through pretty fast. We wanted to make sure we got to the really good ones, like the swamp and the jungle. We actually went to the jungle first. We got there. The Desert Dome had a huge line out the door. We're like, okay, we'll go to the jungle. Jungle's awesome, right? We all enjoy the jungle. We all go through the jungle, and then we get out of the jungle, and we're like, okay, we cannot look at every exhibit for that long. We are not going to make it, through the whole thing, because the plan was, and also the swamp is below the Desert Dome. So usually what you would do is you would go through the Desert Dome and then go down to the Kingdoms of the Night exhibit, which also has the swamp. Um, but because of like, with the entrance was right here, the jungle was here, and the Desert Dome was here. And we're like, okay, we're gonna do a big circle. That would mean that we would go around the entire zoo and then come back and end on the Desert Dome. So I was like, I don't know if we're gonna make that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss like one of the best exhibits because I think there's Gar in the swamp, which I didn't see this year. It's very possible that I missed them because I was super tired. I mean, it was by the time we got to the swamp in the Desert Dome, it was the end of the day. We had been walking around for like 7 or 8 hours. So I don't know if there was. I wanted to record a video of the Gar because they're awesome, but I just didn't see any, and I didn't see a sign saying that they were like actually in there. So maybe they were removed. Maybe I just remembered the whole thing wrong. I don't know. Um, but in the jungle, we did see the Arapamas. Cue the clip of the Arapama. That's pretty cool. They breathe like they actually, despite being fish. At least I'm mostly sure they're fish. They don't like breathe with gills. They come up to breathe. They like poke their mouth out of the water. They go, and then they go back down underwater, and they can hold their breath for 10 to 20 minutes. Oh, which is pretty cool. I don't know if the video had any of them actually doing that. I took a few videos. I don't know how many I'll actually put into this one. At least one for sure, so you guys can see the Arapamas. I mean, they are huge. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but I remember talking about it last year. They literally get this big. They can get up to 6 feet long. So they can get as long as I am tall, which is crazy. Like I said, they're huge. They're awesome. They kind of got those reddish, super shiny scales. I mean, they're like kind of thick, and then like the shape of them is like kind of like this way towards the mouth, and then it's like this way, or sorry, like it's like the opposite way. Well, like this way, yeah, towards the tail. So it's like that weird shape where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Um, anyway, yeah, so that was really cool. I'm glad I did get a video of that, and you guys can see that now. Anyway, the rest of the zoo trip was not super notable. Like I said, we ran through a lot of things just to make good time. Yeah, nothing really sticks out. Um, but yeah, man, I guess I thought I would have a lot more to talk about at the zoo, but it's like we were at the zoo. We looked at the animals. It was awesome. We saw the giraffes fairly up close in their little enclosure thing. What else? The lions. I saw lions last year when with friends. For some reason, none of the lions were really out at the time of day we were going. Um, we saw the koi pond briefly. We did run through the Asian Highlands pretty quickly. Still didn't see the snow tiger or snow leopard looking thing, the white tiger. That was hiding again, just like it was last year, which kind of sucked. We did get to see the aviary. That one was closed last time when I went last year. Pretty cool. Smelled really bad in there, but I got to see flamingos up close, which is pretty cool. We went through the Madagascar exhibit, which is partially closed off, but that was cool. Stingray Shores was open. We didn't go last year because it was closed, and we didn't go this year because I think there was like a sign saying you had to pay. I don't know if you had to pay to get in or if you had to pay to touch them, but we were at the end of the day, so we're kind of like, we'll just skip it. And then there was this little splash park that I didn't go in because I was like, I think, because I was looking, I'd never been there and I was looking on the map. I was like, is this an actual, like, are there animals in here or is it just a splash park? So I split off from the group. I go scout it out. It's just a splash park. I come back to the group. By the time I find them, they'd already gone through the entire sea lion exhibit, which is fine. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool exhibit, even though I missed it. But I know what it's like because I saw it last year. And then we got like a couple snacks like throughout the place. Was it 'cause we got breakfast, and then I think the next time we ate after that was like almost 4 or 5 hours later. I think we got snacks at the Asian Highlands. We got like essentially pot stickers. Or like we're just gonna have this snack to hold us over. Um, and then I'm jumping ahead in my head, but I'm trying to stay on the not jumping ahead. So we got snacks, went through the rest of the zoo. By the end, they went to the sea lion exhibit, and then I scouted the splash park, and then I think we just went straight to the desert dome, which is pretty cool. I didn't get to see any of the wild. I can't remember if they were called wildcats or bobcats, but I didn't see them last year. Didn't see them this year either. Sometimes like the animals are just kind of hiding, which sucks. But that's just how it goes. Like they're not off exhibit because if the animal is not in there, they'll tell you the animal's not in there. Didn't get to see a scorpion, which kind of sucked because it was last year it was hiding. This year it was still hiding. I didn't get to see the scorpion, which kind of sucked. We did go into the butterfly dome, and a butterfly actually landed on me. Let me just pull up a picture. Actually, I haven't figured out how to insert pictures into these reports yet, but I'll just show it up on my phone. What is this? Oh yeah, show it up on my phone. Here you can see it's a picture of there's a butterfly right on hanging off the bottom of my shorts there. Um, I'm not sure why because we had been trying like for pretty much the entire time we were in the butterfly dome to get a butterfly to land on us. It didn't happen until at the end. I felt one crash into my shin and then just land on my shorts, and I was like, "What?" So that was pretty cool. And then obviously you can't like leave with them. So there's a room before and after you enter. Before to tell you, not to accidentally kill the butterflies, and after to make sure there's no butterflies on you. So we go into the room, or we're about to go into the room. I'm like, hey, there's a butterfly on me. How do I get it off? And she just goes, oh, and then, because you know how the butterfly has its wings up like this, right? So she just kind of goes, boop, with its wings, and then like picks it off. Kind of cool. But yeah, so I was the only one that had a butterfly land on me, which is cool. And then next to that was the aquarium, which we went through pretty fast. The octopus was not moving very much, just like it was last year, which I'm super bummed about, especially because I've only, like I said, I've been to several aquariums throughout my life. I've been to the one in Kansas City, I've been to the one in St. Louis, I've been to the Omaha Zoo, I've been to the Sea Life Aquarium, which is in Crown Center. So I've been to about 4 aquariums. Only once did they ever have an octopus that was actually moving and out and about, and it was in Branson. Um, and I was super upset because I went with Ink, and then for some reason, she just wanted to walk through the aquarium super quickly. And I was like, dude, we're literally not even seeing anything. But that's a story for another day. But yes, they had an octopus there that was moving at the Branson Aquarium, but I didn't get to see it very long. So I was kind of bummed when I got to this one in the aquarium at this zoo, and it was like I said, most of the octopuses usually aren't moving, and this one wasn't either, which kind of sucked. But anyway, I just skipped way back in the story because we'd actually gone to the aquarium after the jungle. Um, but yeah, so then what was I talking about before that? Towards the end of the trip, um, man, I totally lost where I was because I jumped back. Um, oh, Desert Dome. Yeah, talk about the Bobcats. Saw some snakes too. That was cool. I did see the Roadrunner. He wasn't running around much. Last year he was. Um, yeah, not a whole lot else in the Desert Dome. Um, then we went down to the Kingdoms of the Night exhibit, which is pretty hard to enjoy because you can't see a lot of the animals very well. But I saw some stuff. I saw the armadillo running around. I did see a sloth. He wasn't moving, but he was there in a hammock sleeping. There was a few of the aquatic exhibits that didn't seem to have much in them towards once you got into the caves, which is early in the underground exhibit. Um, And then later on in the swamp, like I said, I missed the gars, but we saw that we got really close to the crocodiles, I think, which was super awesome. I mean, like you just get so close to the crocodiles in that exhibit. It's so awesome. You know, they're so cool. They're so scary. Um, yeah, I didn't see the gar. Saw some turtles, alligators, and crocodiles. A couple fish. It said they had an alligator snapping turtle. I couldn't find it, but like I said, it was pretty dark in the swamp. And then I think after that, that was the very last thing we did. We went to the gift shop. I got a shirt. I didn't plan on getting anything. Was it? I think you can see. Yeah, look right here. There's a couple hair ties. One of them is pink and then one of them is gray, and they both have little elephant faces on them. Because ever since I started doing this thing where I put my hair up, I was like, I think it would be really funny just to have like a bright pink scrunchie. Just like how I think it's really funny that my phone looks like this. Um, and on clearance, they had scrunchies for $3. You got two of them, and they're like soft and fuzzy. And one of them is bright pink. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting a bright pink scrunchie, and here it is, a bright pink scrunchie on clearance for $3. So I got two of those, which is pretty cool. So now I can probably give this one back to Surfer Girl and her friend if they wanted it. Um, yeah. And I also got a T-shirt. I probably should have worn it for this video. But it's like this pale kind of pastel yellow color. Like I said, I didn't plan on getting any T-shirts or maybe even any merch at all. Unless something like really caught my eye. And I saw that shirt and I was like, I really like the color of that shirt. Like I said, it's literally just a pastel yellow. But like I saw it and I was like, I want that. It also has a little design on it. It just has like the zoo, kind of like a fairly plain zoo logo. It says like Omaha Zoo. And it's got a little logo there on the chest. And then it has a bigger one on the back. And if you guys remember, I do not like those designs. I think they're boring and lame and subtle. Where it's like you got a little thing on your lapel and then the big design on your back. I don't like that because I can't see the cool big design on my back because it's on my back. And like I said, this particular design isn't even that cool. But like I said, I just really, really, really liked the color. I'll probably wear it later next week. Maybe just for the sake of a video. But yeah, I got that shirt and I really like it. It's yellow. And then after that, again, we split into two cars. One car went to get food again, and the other one, I think did they get, I'm trying to remember if they got food or not. I know they ate that evening, for sure. Because like at that point, it's like, they're humans, they need, they need food. Which is why I was so confused. I'm like, how do you guys go such incredibly long periods of time without eating? Um, yeah, so I think the car that didn't eat in the morning, I don't think they went out to eat before going home after the zoo. So like at about 5 p.m. the zoo closes, and then my car gets food. We go to Jimmy John's. So we have Jimmy John's, and I have a leftover McGriddle. And then when I get back to the Airbnb, the car that left first, that didn't eat in the morning, they didn't eat so that they could go straight home, and then they did. And then they're like, man, now we're really hungry again. It's like, well, yeah. I think, I'm trying to remember if they went out to get food. Oh, I think they did, and I actually went with them, even though I did just get food. We went to, we believe we ended up going to this place called Wiener Schnitzels, which kind of focuses and specializes in hot dogs, which is pretty cool because I never heard of that place. But I went there and it was pretty cool. Was a couple of them actually got Panera. Two of them got Panera, and then me and two others got Wiener Schnitzel, and it was all good food. And then we got that, came back, ate it. Then that evening after the zoo, we were going to see the new Spider-Man movie, which is totally amazing, by the way. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Definitely see it if you haven't. I was worried it would be bad or something, or that I just wouldn't like it for one reason or another. Just like judging by the trailer, but actually really, really, really liked the movie. But then like before that we played a little bit of Smash Bros. I think on the way back home after getting food, we went to QT. I got this Bum Energy. Yes, it's called Bum Energy, and I was like, why is it called Bum Energy? I read the can. It's supposed to be like an inspirational kind of thing, because it's like, don't be a bum, drink Bum Energy. And it's like, oh, it's energy so that you're not a bum. Makes sense. It was just like a root beer flavored kind of energy drink. It wasn't bad. I got it because it was only 100 milligrams caffeine. Because I had to be up for like 6 more hours. Because we went to a 10 p.m. showing of a 3 hour movie, just like I did last week. Yeah, with parkour, we saw the Odyssey this time. In Omaha with the coworkers, seeing the new Spider-Man at 10 p.m. 3 hour movie, so it's gonna get done at like 1 a.m. So at about 6 p.m., that's when we got the Wiener Schnitzels and the Panera, and we got. So I was like, okay, I want to get an energy drink, but I don't think I need 200 milligrams of caffeine. I think that would keep me up. I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I looked at the Bum Energy. It only had 100 milligrams or 120 milligrams caffeine. I was like, that's perfect. So I drink that. We play Smash Bros. A little bit. Go to the movie. Movie's great. We get done at 1 a.m. Also, I had a headache like pretty much ever since. I think like ever since we got food at 6. I had this headache that just wouldn't go away. It wasn't super painful, but it wouldn't go away, and it was constant pain. So by the time we finished our movie at 1 a.m., I was practically like delirious. I was tired, my head hurt a lot. Um, that's why I ended up not making a video for Saturday either. And then we stopped by QT to get to get water anyway. I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't need water. There's water at home. And our couple coworkers that are in the car, they're like, I don't want the water at home. I want to buy water from QT. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get the peace tea. They get the water. We go back home. I think they were. I heard them like hanging out and laughing. But I was like, I am super tired and super in pain. I've had this headache for like 6 hours, so I just went to sleep. Um, that was Saturday. So that was, oh my gosh, yeah, that was last night. And then this morning I wake up. I don't know. Oh yeah, if there was a plan, I don't know what it was because, like I said, I just came back home and immediately went to sleep. I wake up. I don't hear anyone moving up and about. So I think I ended up staying in bed for like 20 minutes until I heard a coworker knock on the door. She's like, "Hey, are you alive?" I'm like, "Yeah." And at that point, I start getting ready. I don't think I was the last one to actually finish getting ready, but I was one of the last ones to start getting ready. So we get ready. We go to this. We're looking for food in the morning, and we find this place called Hardy. Yeah, I think it's called Hardy Coffee. Super super cool cafe actually. I loved the style, loved the vibe. The food was amazing as well. I just got a classic breakfast burrito, which is bacon, egg, and cheese with salsa, and then I got a mocha and a cinnamon roll, and it was all amazing. It was $20 for breakfast, but it was absolutely delicious. Um, so we sit down and eat there, and then a couple coworkers didn't get food for breakfast at the Hardee's because they want a Taco Bell breakfast. But by the time we had gotten our food and sat down and finished our food, Taco Bell breakfast was over, so they ended up, the two that didn't eat yet ended up going to Pepper Jack's and just getting Philly cheesesteaks. And then when they were eating that, I got my Switch out for the car ride home. I played some Blazing Beaks, which was a lot of fun. Hadn't played that in a while. Played some Necro Dancer. And I had my headphones, so I didn't have to bother anyone. And also they smoked another blunt. Like I said, I think it was blunt. It's the weed wrapped in tobacco. Um, they smoked one of those. I said no this time because, like I said, I don't feel totally sober, but it's also impossible that I'm still high. I don't know. I'm just going off. I'm just telling you how I feel. I don't know what it means or is. Um, but yeah, I'm wondering if maybe I got a little secondhand high from that. I don't know. But then we're just driving. We do end up stopping at this really, really nice gas station, which is also combined with the Taco Bell. Totally insane place. They had like little glass sculptures that you could buy, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, this isn't a gas station. This is insane. But yeah, so we stopped there just to get gas, take a pee. Um, and then we go home, and I was like, and like they're all like friendly with each other. They're more friends with each other than I am with them. So then we get back, and I'm like, is there like an after party? We hanging out? And he's like, Psh, I don't know. So then as I'm packing up my car, my stuff, a couple other coworkers come out. They're like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hi. And I'm like, so is there like an after party? We hanging out? And then one of them was like, no, I want to go home. I was like, okay, cool. So then they had come out just to say hi, and I had packed my car, and I was like, okay, just say bye to everyone for me. And they're like, okay, bye. And then I come back. Man, I'm right about on time for this video. I wanted to keep it under 20 minutes for this entry. We're at 25, yeah. So then I pack up, come home. Did I eat anything? Yes, I had a smoothie, and I played some Slay the Spire 2. And then I get my laundry. I get my headphones. Um, I get the shoes that I ordered last week. I think I talked about them earlier this week. They're half a size too big. Those Converse that I ordered. I'm just remembering. I think I said that they were a secret, or maybe I said they were a Converse, but the specific kind of Converse was secret. Yeah, I ordered some more Converse, some more shoes. Um, yep, but they were half a size too big. So I was like, okay, I think I would like it if they were my size. I think that would make them much more. I think that would make them look cooler if they fit me. So, even though it wasn't totally necessary, I went to Dad's, put my laundry in, went to Legends, the Journeys there, got the exchange. So those are going to arrive probably next week. Um, Came back, changed over my laundry. I was watching some YouTube, and then I got this text from Dad, meatloaf's ready. You remember the bacon wrapped meatloaf that Dad made? It was within the last few weeks. Absolutely amazing. I made it again today, and it was again absolutely amazing. Um, I mean, like I can't even describe how good it was. He also put jalapeno in it this time, which did not make it spicy, but it did add to the experience because it was a nice texture. Because usually it's very soft, right? But then you got little crunchy bits in there, and you're like, oh, that's nice. I didn't taste the jalapeno very much, probably just because I can't taste. I'm also wondering if I'm sick slightly, like maybe that's where the headache came from. And also, I feel like I'm a little congested. Um, and I feel more physically tired, but it's like, is this sickness or am I just kind of extra tired? I don't know. I feel like that happens to me a lot, where it's like, man, I feel extra bad today, but like not enough to call in. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's kind of how I felt once I changed over my laundry. And then Dad was like, dinner, and I was like, hooray! And then me and younger sister had dinner, and then I practiced piano, and then I got my laundry, came back. Um, yeah, and now I'm here, kind of. What did I do once I got back? Um, I played some games, and I made some dinner. I made that prepackaged meal that I got like a week or two ago. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was a week or two ago. That I planned on eating last weekend, then I ended up not doing that. I ate it today, and it was good. I had another piece of tea, which is gone. I looked at it right here, and I remembered I threw it away because I drank it all. Um, Now I gotta do my laundry, practice guitar. Lord knows if that's gonna happen. Probably not. This is the last part of goals. All in progress. Shoe return. Oh shoot, that one's actually completed. Holy moly. That was completed. The labs is in progress. I rescheduled that appointment to Friday because hopefully, actually no, I am off next Friday. Got that day off. What am I doing that day? I'll keep it a fun little surprise. The plans are already made. Um, Car repair is in progress. We're taking that in tomorrow. Car repair part two is technically in progress because we had to wait for that car repair one to finish. So labs in progress, car repair in progress, shoe return completed, guitar catch up. I did work on that once this week, and it was a pretty good actually practice session. So I guess that'll still count as in progress. Like I said, it's like 99% in my head. It's just I want to be 100% sure that I remember it before deleting the videos of it. Whew. So that's the goals, and that's about everything that happened today. Yeah, like I said, played Spire, ate some food, drank my tea. I got one. Wait, yeah. Okay, so I got 37 minutes left in my day. I still got to put my laundry away. And because I did laundry, I can now test out the new underwear and socks that I bought. Hyped for that. I know it's kind of a weird, probably lame thing to be hyped for. But I got some new socks, and underwear. I think I talked about that. I know I talked about it last week. I don't know if I talked about it this week. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. I believe that's everything. Well, I'm looking. Hold on. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this, right? You see this? This is a small hat. It's supposed to be on top of this hat. How did that happen? What knocked that over? Or who? And why? That's weird. Who did that? Certainly not me. I'm very careful about touching that shelf because I don't want to mess anything up because it's fairly delicately set up. That's weird. You know that old TikTok audio? That's weird. That's suspicious. Probably nothing. Oh my god, there's a little clay sculpture that's knocked over too. Look, right here. How did that happen? What the heck? I don't think the cats were in here because I know my door was closed, or at least it should have been closed all weekend. Okay, whatever. Probably not a big deal. Anyway, oh yeah, I also got this, this is, I thought it was peelable candy, but I'm glad it's not. It is Gummy Burst Cotton Candy Grape Center Filled Candy. Let me just show you these. They look really cool. I got these from Stepmom. Shout out Stepmom. Thank you, Stepmom. Love you, Stepmom. Check it out. The most beautiful little candy I've seen before. The center filling is very lackluster, if I'm being honest. I thought it would feel like a gusher. It isn't. It's barely noticeable. But like I said, it's a beautiful little gummy candy. I like them a lot. I've had a few already. I'm so tempted to eat it right now, but I'll put that away. Anyway, I believe that is everything for this week. Like I said, try to get through all of that fairly quickly. So sorry if it was a totally jumbled mess. Um, anyway, my name is Asher. That was the Chronicle, and eat 3 meals a day. Just why, like if you're not doing that, why aren't you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's bad if you're not. Uh, just one from my experience and from what I've seen in others, it's just I feel like if you're not eating enough food, like 3 meals a day, kind of lowers your overall quality of life, which just makes it suck. Um, anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.